All right, this is video 5, the last video in our training sequence for connections through Woodruff Connect platform and the video connections tool that's within the platform. And so this video is all about documentation. And so documenting the connections that we're making with the students is important for anything that we're doing that involves a learning outcome or any kind of professional development or learning, or whatever we're trying to achieve. We want to be able to document that so that we can track the outcomes, we can track the progress of the students, and they can also get credit for really achieving, talking about the different habits in the professional development coaching program, or really anything that we want them to do. We want them to be able to document, and we want to be able to document for them their achievement. So when we're looking at the causal connections, documentation is important because we're just having a conversation. But the example that we're using in this video is the professional development coaching program. And we want to show you how, as a mentor, we want everyone to document the experience. And it's going to be important for everyone to document these meetings when they choose to participate through PDC. And so if I scroll here, I can go to My Meetings, which loads the My Meetings interface. And by default, it's going to show me all of my upcoming meetings or things that are on the docket that I've scheduled with students. I'm going to show you past meetings because what I want to show is ability to document what happened during the meeting as a coach. And I can look at any meeting, whether I was a coach or whether I was a participant. And so what I'm going to do first here is this particular meeting was with Morgan, who's a graduate student, and I was the coach. And so I can go over to this menu button where I can click this button that says Post Meeting Notes. All right, so when I click Post Meeting Notes, I get this interface that really kind of gives me several options for documenting my meeting with Morgan. So I can choose whether or not the meeting happened, didn't happen. This is valuable feedback for this particular student for us to track whether or not the student is having no-shows or whether they need to reschedule meetings or whether the meeting didn't happen at all or whether it happened, et cetera, et cetera. And so in addition, Morgan and I have had a few different calls. And so I know that because I can see the tags that Morgan has received. Morgan has received a tag under Habit 1 in PDC, Habit 2, and Habit 3, which means we've had 3 separate calls where we have focused on discussing what these habits are, and I have given Morgan the credit for discussing that habit. One thing about the PDC program is that Morgan also can schedule with a different mentor and talk about a habit as well. So it's really up to the mentor to really specify whether Morgan has covered that particular habit. It's possible for Morgan to cover habit 1 through 3 with me, habit 4 with someone else, and to schedule again with me to cover habits 5 and 6, or 6 and 7. All right. So if Morgan and I discussed the habit during the call that I am on right now, what I would do is go to member tags, and let's say that we discussed habit 5. Then I would specify that we completed habit 5. In addition, there are a few additional options for feedback here. I can say, well, how great was the meeting? So sometimes the meeting takes place, but the meeting, like maybe the student's not engaged or really not interested in the conversation. And I can specify that here to give the student really a score on how well the call went. And then I have my private notes that the student would not see. And I have the new note here that I can also write here that a men will see once they access this particular meeting if they so choose. Additional feedback is then provided here for administration to really get a better feel for how well the program is being facilitated. And so as a mentor, you can give us feedback as administrators on do you believe the initiative is worthwhile? Did you think that it was facilitated smoothly administratively? And then any comment you might have to improve the program. We will receive that feedback and be able to provide that feedback to the school chair or whoever else might be interested in how well the program's going. All right, so I'm going to say that I agree that everything is great and hit submit here. And so now what Morgan will see on her end is she will see a checklist of items that will really show her these are the items that I have covered, and I need to cover all 7 items to receive the certification. So as we're scheduling with Morgan, we will, anytime we cover a habit, we'll specify that. And by the end of the year, if Morgan has checked off all of those boxes, then Morgan will receive a certification around professional development. All right. Thank you. Have a good one.